folks. Susan Dillman-Stilz here for Mount Comfort RV, here to show you Coachmen's brand new Encore. This is the 355DS floor plan. We're going to take a look at the outside of this beautiful unit. This is the coach that is going to replace Coachmen's old Murata Select, and she is loaded with, actually not with options, loaded with standards that you're not going to believe. First of all, we've got this very nice, clean and lean faceplate. Very nice look to her. You can see the full body paint, your LED light arrays, and then a really cool feature here. This is a gas Class A with chrome diesel bus mirrors. You're really going to appreciate that as you're going down the road. It's just going to be one more thing that's going to ease your driver fatigue. We'll talk a little bit more about that. This is on Ford's new V8 engine and chassis model, and there's some great improvements that you will really notice when you test drive this unit. Let's walk a little bit around her here. We're going to talk a little bit about Coachmen's placement of their side view cameras. They sit a little bit lower than a lot of their competitors, and the reason for that is we don't want to miss a bicycle or a mini bike or a small car. This is a turn signal activated function, so as soon as you turn on your right signal, your left signal, you're going to have a view all the way down the coach. You're not going to miss anything that way. Of course, again, I mentioned your full body paint. There is a partial body paint option for the Encore, but we think this full body paint just looks so classy, so upscale. Definitely not an introductory model here at all. As we move down the side of the coach, here's another great part of Coachmen's story on the Encore. This great big awning that actually emerges from the slide out wall. So we're not losing any of the width that we would have had on our patio side if it were covered with the slide out. Now the slide out walls themselves do have slide out toppers. That is a standard feature on the Encore, something you'll really appreciate when you're camping under tree cover. Of course, you've got a great big Jensen television here. Jensen made for the RV market. A little bit more robust, can take the bumps and bangs and swing that we're going to get down the road. Of course, one of Coachmen's hallmarks is its storage. We're going to have lots and lots of pass-through storage. This is just one of the pass-through compartments, and it is lighted in the other compartment. Now, Coachmen has gone ahead and carpeted the bottom of these steel compartments so that it eliminates a little bit of road noise, keeps your items from sliding around so much. Remember though, steel underneath that carpeting, it's going to defy Mickey Mouse and all of his little fun creatures trying to chew through and get into your coach. Here's your other pass-through compartment. Again, LED lighted. More storage access back here. And again, pass through again. So chairs, ladders, tables, umbrellas, plenty of room for everything. Let's just take a quick trip to the other side. Of course, your fuel back here in the back. Very convenient. Don't have to guess which side the fuel fill is on. Again, your pass-through storage. Pass-through storage. Nice big water heater. Your engine exhaust and generator exhaust together. One place, so you're only warning folks about one place that you want to keep your legs away from. That's very hot coming out of there, so you definitely want to avoid that. "22.5" wheels, aluminum wheels. Again, something you would expect to see on a lot of the very upscale coaches. Well, that's a quick trip around the outside of the Encore. Now let's go inside and take a look at more features. Welcome inside to Coachmen's new Encore 355DS. Great big opposing slides in your living area. Makes this feel so airy and open. If we had the window shades open, it would just feel like there was this great view of everything in the campground, both sides of the coach. You don't feel shut out of anything that's going on. Of course, at Class A, you're going to have this beautiful panoramic windshield anyway, but Coachman has put a couple of really posh captain's chairs up here in the front for driver and passenger comfort. Of course, this is something that we see a lot in our Coachmen. There's this little computer desk right here. You're going to have USB and 12-volt charge right there. Little table right here with plenty of rooms for your cup. Oh my gosh, someone's spying on us out there. So now as I slip in to the driver's seat, now you're looking at Ford's new V8 chassis wheel. Bigger wheel. Might remind you a little bit of some of their Super Duty trucks. A lot of functionality on the wheel, your cruise control. And this will operate your electronic menu on the dash. Of course, this array right here is going to remind you a little bit of a diesel pusher. A lot of things, very easy, all located where you can get a hold of them. Nice big monitoring camera, which will be in constant operation as you're going down the road so that you can monitor what you've got on that 8,000-pound tow hitch back there. By the way, 8,000 pounds, that's a lot for a gas Class A. Most Class A's are going to tow about 5,000, so know that you're going to be able to bring something along a little bit beefier, a little bit heavier. Let's go slip back in the coach to see some other things. Of course, your chairs are going to swivel all the way around and join the living area, but take a look at these theater seats. First of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about the upholstery. It's one thing the video doesn't do for you. You can't feel this. It's not the typical feel of vinyl. It feels a lot more like cloth, but it's still going to clean up easily like vinyl. These theater seats, heated, massaged, and lighted. And they're plenty roomy, so that you can sit back and really enjoy hanging out in your coach and watching your big 15 series? Jensen TV on the inside. That's one of 3 televisions inside, by the way. It joins the additional television on the outside for a total of 4 TVs. You are not going to miss anything when you're in your Coachmen. Let me jump out of this recliner here. We'll talk a little bit about extra sleeping in this area. This is a coach that you're going to be able to take a lot of friends along or family. First of all, we're going to have a hide-to-bed sofa right here. As is standard in most RVs now, your dinette is going to slide down. There's a little release under here. We flip it over, push the table down, cushions are going to fill in, and this makes a nice little bed for small adult or children. Lift it back up, lock it into place, and we're ready to play games, cards, have dinner. If we turn around, Tony, I'm going to show you, right up here is a drop-down bunk, and I love this because it really dovetails in very nicely with the ceiling. It's not something that's going to look obtrusive at all. We've already taken out the safety pins so that we can lower it. Your mechanism is electronic, it's not manual, and it's up here and out of the way where kids can't play with it. So we need to have the parking brake on, which we do. We need to have the ignition off, and now we can lower it. So you can see, I'm kind of a short gal. I'm about 5'3", 5'3 and a half. I got to kind of stand on tiptoes. So this is not going to be accessible to small kids. You can stop that bunk action at any point and sleep at any point. You are going to have a ladder for people to get up and down, and it's going to hold about 300 pounds. So definitely made for an adult. Hidden under here is that kid catch net. This fastens both corners here and here, and that will keep somebody from rolling out accidentally. Or you can tuck it completely away. Now, some folks will actually remove the mattress and use this area for a little bit of storage. It's great for valuables, and again, if you're not familiar with a recreational vehicle, you may not know that that's actually a bunk. So we've talked about the extra sleeping here. Let's talk a little bit about access to the bathroom. So you don't have to go through the master bedroom for all your guests to be able to use this really spacious bath. I'm going to stay out of the way here while Tony gets a better look at it. Lots and lots of storage space. Nice counter space here, place to put your blow dryer, curling iron, other necessities. Got a nice tall cabinet to the side, cabinet over the toilet, cabinet under, and shelves. Plenty of space to store things. And this is a glass shower enclosure. So again, definitely not introductory level coach here. This is something you're going to enjoy for a long, long time. It's going to be durable. It's going to be easy to clean. We're on a great floor. I love this floor. It doesn't show marks. It doesn't show specks. This is the kind of thing that I want to take camping, because if I wanted to do housework, I'd stay home. We're on a residential refrigerator. Let's talk a little bit about the kitchen. We're on a residential refrigerator. You're going to see a lot more of these residential refrigerators in the RV industry. They're going to run more on the Freon principle instead of the ammonia. They cool quicker, and some people think that they're a little bit more efficient. They're going to work off of the power of your battery thanks to a 1,000-watt inverter on board. Now you do have an LP cooktop, glass covered, but they didn't choose to put an oven in here, and that's we're seeing in a lot of coaches now. A lot of folks are saying, I don't want to heat up my coach with a real oven, so they've given us a drawer down here. And by the way, soft closed drawers. They're going to be a lot more secure as you go down the road. They're not going to pop out easily. We're in a residential size LG microwave. It's a convection microwave, by the way. It's all your stuff inside. You can actually make a real casserole in there. That's more than just heating up a cup of hot chocolate. Now, one more thing I wanted to draw your attention to, actually two more things I want to draw your attention to in the galley. First of all, in a lot of the less expensive competitors, we shall say, the backsplash that you're going to see right here is either a very thin tile imitation or some sort of plastic stick-on wallboard. Folks, this is glass. This is going to stand up to years of use and still look good. Of course, solid surface countertops. And I love this shadow box window right here. You do have an MCD shade for privacy, but you do have a little bit of a shelf here, so a great place to put some of the things that you need, but you don't want to consume space in your cabinetry. Let's go ahead and slip on back to the bedroom. I'm going to stop right here. Those of you who are used to watching RV videos know that when you see these vented closet doors, this typically means that there's a washer dryer. And in fact, Coachmen's Encore does allow you to opt into that as a factory option. It's one of the few options that the Coach offers. We brought it in with these shelves, however. So you're going to get a massive pantry. Know that you could do a stackable washer dryer unit in here though, if you wanted. Now, when we get back into the bedroom, a lot more storage, and I've got a surprise for you. Coachmen, as I've mentioned in many of my videos, is so clever about storage. They really come up with great, innovative ways to find ways to put stuff in your coach. Let's face it, we all have more things we want to take with us. Makes us comfortable. If you're going for a long period of time, why leave the things at home that you really like? So first of all, I'm going to tell you this is a big closet, and this little door here is actually part of the same closet. Of course, you got a little bit of a chest of drawers here. Nice deep drawers here, both deep this way and deep this way. Hold a lot of stuff. More deep drawers here. And of course, one of the things I always love, the secret compartment behind the television. This is on a hinge, and it's going to open up. This gives you access to the back of your television for the things that you want to plug in. This is where your pre-wire for your satellite is going to be found, your wire for your cable, and then you have two 110 outlets there. But this is a great place to put valuables, things that you don't want people knowing that you have in your coach. Close it up, and who's the wiser? Of course, you got some great layered cabinetry back here, really nice high-profile look. This lighted cabinet in the middle, this is what Coachmen refers to as their coach pap station. I'm going to crawl up on the bed here a little bit ungainly, but I'm going to open it up so that you can see. This has a 110 outlet. This is where you put your CPAP machine. This is where the lines come down. Get all done in the morning, everything packs away and goes back in. Now, I like the light too for a little bit of diffused lighting in here, especially when you're watching television. It's just a nice soft light. But now for the piece de resistance, the surprise. Of course, under bed storage is expected in most RVs, but not like this. Look at that. You have a full-length mirror. These are the cushions, by the way, for the dinette to make into a bed. You got a little bit of storage right here for some of those smaller items that you want to keep track of. You've got drawers here, deep, deep drawers. And then on this side, Tony, I don't know if you can see, this is a slanted shelf cubby for your shoes. But you could still walk in here very easily. And if you look at Coachmen's demonstration video, they talk about the fact that you could very easily have two people getting dressed in here because you can leave the bed propped up. It actually looks really nice, and it opens it up, makes a lot more room for you. One more thing, though, that they didn't mention that I noticed, and that is this. Right down here, that's where your fuse panel is. Folks, if you have been in an RV for any length of time, you know that those fuse panels are actually pretty easy to open. They have very small little parts that very small children can swallow so easily. I like the fact that that fuse panel is really disguised and back where you wouldn't see it. Nobody would really expect it to be there. Of course, they put a nice robust handle here for us to just pull this back down. And there we go. One more thing. 15,000 BTU air conditioners here and also in the living area. Also both equipped with a heat pump. So you can see there are a lot of features packed into this Coachmen's Encore, their new replacement for the Barada Select. There's more to tell you. The time would fail me, I suppose. Why don't you give me a call here at Mount Comfort RV? I'm Susan Dillman-Stilz. We'll talk about this Encore and her other 2 floor plans, one a little shorter, one a little longer.